Hi everyone, we're here at our house in Canggu. We found this place on Airbnb. Cost us about $280 for 2 weeks, which we think is pretty good value for what we've got. So the house comes with 2 puppies. They live next door, but they seem to hang out here a lot at the house. They're very cute. And right now they're pretty sleepy because it's the middle of the day and it's pretty hot outside. This is our scooter that we rented about a week ago from a local company here. Cost us $5 Aussie a day to rent it, and it came with two helmets, which is important here in Bali to have one. So this is our open plan lounge and kitchen. It's pretty basic, but it's got everything we need. So we have fridge and a stove, and we've got a smoothie maker too, which is good. We found that we've been able to save a lot of money by cooking our own meals here, because we've spent probably too much on eating out, so it's helped us to stay here and make our own food. And we've got a market down the road, which is handy, so we can get lots of our fruit and veggies from there. So we've got an outdoor area here, which we sit out here and have lunch or dinner or breakfast. We've got hammocks too. We've got another puppy sleeping under the chair. These 2 are brothers.
Hello.
Oh. So we'll take you through to our room. So it's got a nice big bed. We've got aircon, which is important. We've got Wi-Fi here as well. We've got an ensuite bathroom through there. So everything we pretty much need is here.
Alright, so we're going to show you around Canggu, around the local beaches, and have a look around just the general area we've been hanging out. Happy days. Alright, let's go. Hanging on? So when we were in Ubud, it was really easy to walk everywhere we wanted to go. Every food shop was close, yoga was close, everything else. But now that we're in Canggu, it's a lot more isolated. So against better judgment, we've had to get a scooter. Neither of us have really ridden a scooter before. So we did the smart thing and did a couple of lessons around here. You know, stop, start, turn, accelerate, all that important stuff. Basically, in Bali on the roads, there's no rules. It's basically every man for himself. You know, you stick to the left lane, but if you want to go in the right lane, that's okay too, because who cares? We're just taking it easy though, we're going really slow. Yeah, Jess is just cruising around at the moment. Riding a scooter in Bali is a very steep learning curve. You notice all of the road rules you're used to in Australia only loosely apply here. So what you think you can do, normally most people won't do anyway. Like you drive on the wrong side of the road, you overtake on the left or the right. You're meant to wear a helmet everywhere, but most people don't. It's pretty crazy on the roads here, really. We've driven in some pretty crazy traffic. Not something I was actually expecting to do, but if you get on a scooter in Bali, just be really, really, really careful. So in Bali, it's pretty easy to find pretty good coffee. There's some really nice places around. We've checked out a fair few around like Ubud, Seminyak, and here in Canggu. There's a lot of places that advertise coffee farm tours, and they're like 50 or $100 a day. But I was lucky enough to go with the owner of Hungry Bird up to a coffee farm in Kintamani for the whole weekend. So I got to do the whole process of picking the coffee, washing it, and actually doing the whole process of drying the bean out. So I got an actual proper coffee experience without actually paying any money, which was pretty amazing. So thanks Hungry Bird for that. So we're here at the beach in Canggu. The beaches here are pretty rough, as you can see. They're not really comfortable, like relaxing swimming beaches. They're more surfing beaches. So if you're into surfing, they're perfect. If you go further, is it further east?
Further south, where there's Seminyak, Kuta, Legian, it's more of a bay area, so it's not as rough, the water.
Probably wouldn't go swimming at Kuta though. At Kuta, the beach is like right at the airport, so you got planes flying over you and there's lots of rubbish and stuff. But they are pretty nice beaches. Outside of all of the resorts, you can't really go swimming unless you're staying at that resort. They patrol them and they're like private beaches.
We did get to swim in the pool yesterday when we went down to the beach. We found a resort, and normally they charge you about $1.50 to use their pool.
But you can just walk in. We just walked in.
You just walk in.
Yeah, we did get kicked out eventually, but we got a free swim in a nice pool.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, from the beach in Canggu, you can actually walk down the beach all the way to Seminyak and Legian if you don't want to get a scooter and you don't want to ride all the way. On the beach, people are always trying to sell you stuff like pineapples and sarongs and
jewellery and
whatever else they might have at the time. It kind of just feels like a beach in Australia because it's just full of white people, but it's a beautiful place. We're not complaining.
It's just hard to swim here because the waves are quite rough, and if you're not a strong swimmer, I wouldn't recommend it. They don't really have lifeguards on the beach either, so you really need to be careful when you're out here. We have seen a few people in distress and having to be brought out of the water.
That's pretty much it.
There's also a lot of rubbish. Talk about the rubbish.
I did that already.
Oh. Okay.
It's a wide angle, remember? Oh, go, go, go. I got that. in Canggu, the acro yoga jams happen every Friday at 4 o'clock until 6 o'clock. They also currently are happening on Sundays. There's an Acro Yoga Ubud Facebook page that you can find it. And it's a beautiful spot right near the beach. All you got to do is just buy one thing from the store behind you, like a coconut or something, and then they let you stay here. Happy days. So about 500 metres down the road from where we're staying is this market. It's open from early in the morning until lunchtime, and then they close for the hottest part of the day, and then it's open again at night. And it's a super cheap place where we get all our fruit, all our veggies. You can get a massive backpack full of fruit and veggies for like $6. It really makes the whole stay a lot cheaper. Instead of spending $20 a day on food, it's pretty good. Alright, so behind me is the Tanah Temple, one of the very touristy things that we've done so far, this in the monkey forest. Yeah. It's really beautiful though. As you can see behind us, you can only get through there at low tide. It's almost getting too high water for people to get through. So you go across and you have to wash your hands and face in the holy water and drink the water, and then you're allowed to go into the temple. You can't really go around too far though, it's all sort of blocked off, as most good things in Bali are.
Cost $6 to get in, or $3 each to get in.
We tried to find a way to get around that, but they patrol it pretty well.
And it's a lot of touristy shops here as soon as you walk in, lots of restaurants and warongs, and they're all trying to sell you something here as well. So it's a pretty big tourist trap coming here. Yeah. We didn't realise it was going to be quite this bad. So, and as you can see,
it's still very beautiful.
Yeah.
But there's people everywhere.
Yeah. So our time here in Bali has come to an end. We're heading off today to Malaysia. Some tips that we have for coming to Bali is if you're taking money out of an ATM, make sure you take out large amounts of money, because you will get charged by the bank here from the ATM and also your bank back at home.
Yeah, it's also better to get money out of a local ATM opposed to your own ATM. Even though you get less fees from your own bank, they actually give you a much worse exchange rate, so you end up losing money.
Yeah. It's also good to have some money, small amounts of money, like 50,000 on you if you do get stopped by the police, which we did. They
like money.
They do like bribes here, so it's good to always have a small amount and not pay more than 50,000, which is like $5. Also, just be very profusely apologetic, and hopefully you might not have to bribe them.
We somehow got away with it, even though some people have had to pay like $100. We paid nothing.
Also, when you're leaving Bali, there used to be a departure tax, but that has recently changed, which we've just found out. So it's included in our flight leaving here. So that's one less thing to worry about when it comes to putting money aside before you leave.
Hello.
So we did find that it was expensive here coming to Bali. It is a very touristy place and it's geared more towards tourists. So we would recommend having a little bit of extra spending money, even though it is cheap by our standards. We did, however, spend a lot more, went over our budget, mainly just on food. We didn't do many touristy things, but even still we were surprised by how much we spent in the end.
Yeah, so that's it for Bali. 7 o'clock tonight we fly to Malaysia, so we'll be in the big city tomorrow.
Yeah, excited. So we'll see you there in KL.
So if you want to keep up with all our travels, make sure you like and subscribe the video, all that stuff. And we'll leave you with that, and I'll leave you with some footage of the Bali Street Art Festival. See you in KL.